All right, man. We got Nasty C, Broken Marriages today. South Africa, what up? What up? Been looking to get Nasty C on the channel. I think he's dope. You know, the whole South African, movement, damn man. When we talk about lyricists and rappers that are really getting busy right now, man, I really think the world needs to take more notice to South Africa, man. And I love just the enthusiasm from the South African subs, man. You guys love hip hop, and I really appreciate the love that you've shown me on this channel and, of course, on my other channel, Lost in Vegas, man. So we're here with Nasty C, Broken Marriages, as I said. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm seeing it's off of the I Love It Here album. Yo, let me say something real quick. Prosper in Peace. We did the Prosper in Peace reaction on my other channel, Lost in Vegas. I love that joint with him and Benny the Butcher, man. Make sure y'all check that reaction out, Nasty C fans, if you haven't seen that. That's on my other channel, Lost in Vegas. So I have heard the one song off this, but I haven't really gotten to this album. So I'm excited now because Prosper and Peace off this joint, crazy. Let's get into it. Nasty C, Broken Marriages.
We some savages, came up from broken marriages, inherit the damages. My mom and my dad had a hand in this. Not a woman that's chopping my bread, ain't the woman that's cutting my sandwiches. A good woman, I had that shit, but I had to be seen with the baddest bitch. Don't know how to let go of my baggage, I don't even know what my baggage is.
Hold up. So he started off by saying we some savages. We came up from broken marriages. Inherit the damages. My mom and my dad had a hand in this. Then he said, not a woman that's chopping my bread and the woman that's cutting my sandwiches. I don't know if that's a way of him saying that he has two women. Now the woman that's chopping my bread. Let me repeat that. Let me go back to that because I don't know if that's what he meant.
My dad had a hand in this. Not a woman that's chopping my bread ain't the woman that's cutting my sandwiches. A good woman, I had that shit, but I had.
Is he saying the women that's chopping my bread ain't the women? Is that what he said? Like he said, now the woman that's chopping my bread ain't the woman that's cutting my sandwiches. I think that's what he's saying. If that's what he's saying, I think he's saying he has two women. He's got a woman that's, that's counting the money up for him or whatever the case may be. Then he's got, making the sandwiches. Then he's got another woman. I don't know if that's what he means by that, but he started it off by saying we some savages. We came up from broken marriages. So we came up from maybe dysfunction, right? A broken marriage and broken households, man, that creates a certain maybe mindset, right? You know what I mean? A mindset of the love of a family being broken up can have its sort of traumatic effects on someone, right? So it turned me into a savage, maybe not seeing his parents or whatever work out, right? So therefore, if someone's turned into a savage and they don't know what kind of love looks like in terms of long-standing love and togetherness, then it turns them into the type of dude that has a woman counting his bread and making his sandwiches. It turns him into a player, right? You know what I mean? It sort of dissuades someone from wanting to have a strong sort of relationship, right? That can stand the test of time. It's like, yeah, I don't know what that looks like, I guess is what he's saying. So I like the way you started it, though. Start that back up, actually.
We some savages, came up from broken marriages, inherit the damages. My mom and my dad had a hand in this. Not a woman that's chopping my bread ain't the woman that's cutting my sandwiches. A good woman, I had that shit, but I had to be seen with the baddest bitch. Don't know.
Yeah, so there we go. I should have let it play out. He said, we some savages came up from broken marriages. He said my mom and dad had a hand in this. So he blames his mother and his father for not, I guess, their marriage. I guess they got a divorce. And he blames who he's currently, like, I guess the way him being this player or whatever the case may be, he thinks that's related to seeing his mom and dad break up, right? And having an unsuccessful marriage. And then he said the woman and, chopping his bread is not the same one cutting his sandwiches. Then he said a good woman, I had that shit. But I had to be seen with the baddest chick. You know what I'm saying? So he's a player. I had a good woman, but I didn't know how to maintain that relationship, right? Because I hadn't seen that in my as a child looking at the unsuccessful attempt with my mom and my dad. I didn't see that. I didn't see what a good marriage and a good loving relationship was. Even if they were married, the relationship was probably not loving. So I turned into this player, man. I had to have the baddest joint when I had a really good woman, that loved me and I loved right by me, but I just didn't know how to maintain that. I like it. I'm going to let it rock a little bit. Hold on.
Savages came up from broken marriages, inherit the damages. My woman, my dad had a hand in this. Not a woman that's chopping my bread, ain't the woman that's cutting my sandwiches. A good woman, I had that shit, but I had to be seen with the baddest bitch. Don't know how to let go of my baggage, I don't even know what my baggage is. I ain't happy, I'm hazardous. I ain't caring, I'm cancerous. Detrimental my practices. I got changes to make and let them die. I'm afraid to love, I'm terrified. I got problems I had to identify.
Yeah, that's a dope ass chorus though. You know what I'm saying? Chorus, pre-chorus, post-chorus, that's fire. You know, don't know how I let go of my baggage. I don't even know what my baggage is. Baggage equals what? Past trauma, right? So don't know how to let go of my past trauma, which I'm assuming he's relating to seeing the breakup of his mom and dad's marriage, right? But then he said, I don't even know what my baggage is. So maybe this is one of many things. Seeing a broken marriage is maybe one of many things that's provided this trauma. You know what I mean? I think that this song is proving to be more of a soul searching process for him to try to figure out why he is the way he is. So I'm still trying to figure this shit out. You know what I mean? He said, I ain't happy, I'm hazardous. Shit, I ain't care, I'm cancerous. I'm not caring, I'm cancerous. I got changes to make and let them die. I'm afraid to love, I'm terrified. I got problems I have to identify. So he's using this song as a means to sort of try to figure out what it is. What is that, the source, the root of why he is the way he is with women, why he's a womanizer is what it seems like, right? I like when he said, I'm afraid to love, I'm terrified, right? Well, if you've seen love not work out, maybe that would make you scared to then love someone, right? Two people, his mom and his dad, had a marriage that didn't work out. He saw that, and he saw maybe the trauma that gave him, and he's like, oh no, I don't want anything to do with that, right? I'm scared to love. I don't want that type of result, right? So, cool. Like the substance in this, man. Let's go, Nasty C.
Cancerous, detrimental my practices. I got changes to.
Shout out to the band, too. I think the band sounds beautiful, and I think he sounds great live as well. I love the way this sounds. The live instrumentation sounds.
How to let go of my baggage, I don't even know what my baggage is. I ain't happy, I'm hazardous. I ain't caring, I'm cancerous. Detrimental my practices. I got changes to make and let them die. I'm afraid to love, I'm terrified. I got problems I had to identify. We don't even know who we are. Sing. Growing marriages, real miscarriages. Do we even know who we are? Yeah. Bunch of savages is who we are. When I close my eyes, what do I recall? I see endings, but no happy ones at all. I see hugs and kisses turning into brawls. I see wedding pictures taken off the wall.
Shout out to the band. I know he's talking right now. Nasty C's doing his thing. But shout out to the band. As I'm listening to the backing vocals, I don't know, I'm trying to see if I can see people in the background singing in the background. But shout out to the supporting vocals in the background and the band. Everything sounds so lush and smoothed out. You know what I mean? I'm going to start that verse back up, but I really want to shout the band out.
I see hugs and kisses turning into brawls. I see wedding pictures taken off the wall. I see rings go from fingers into dresses. I see promises turning into confessions. I see 6 plates turning into 5. I look up and see the saddest man alive. So I try. And I try to put this weight that I've inherited behind so I can fly. Ready or not, I gotta do it for my child. But if I ever fall short, I guess I'll never wonder why. Cause who am I? Came up from broken marriages, inherit the damages.
Dope, okay. I mean, that verse is pretty straightforward. When I close my eyes, what do I recall? I see endings, but no happy ones at all. I don't see happy endings, right? I see hugs and kisses turning into brawls. So I see one day, my mom and my dad could be very loving, right? And then the next day they're fighting like cats and dogs, right? I see them fighting and turning into brawls, right? I see wedding pictures taken off the wall. So I'm assuming this is the end of the marriage, right? Meaning, dad left the house more than likely, and then the wedding pictures are gone, right? I see rings go from fingers into dresses. So I love the descriptive nature of that, right? I see rings, ring finger. His mom, his dad, both taking it. I'm assuming his mom took her wedding ring off and put it in a dresser, signifying that that's the end of the marriage, right? I see promises turning into confessions. So I see promises of being loving and being sort of from both parties, right? That right? When you think of saying your vows, I promise to love through thickness and thin, and to death do us part, right? All these promises that you make when you say your vows. And then you see that then turn into confessions. Maybe confessions of maybe cheating, you know what I'm saying? Adultery, maybe confessions of unhappiness, whatever that is, it led to the end of the marriage, right? So I see 6 plates turning into 5. So you're picture sitting around a dinner table, man, and you have 6 plates, right? That means a complete family. You know what I mean? That's Nasty C, his siblings, and his parents, right? But he said he saw 6 plates turn to 5, meaning someone's gone now, which I would assume is his dad no longer being there, right? And then he said I look up and see the saddest man alive. So then he looks up, and I'm assuming he's talking about his father, or he could be talking about himself. He looks in the mirror and he sees that he's sad. Maybe he doesn't know why he's sad, or he could be talking about his dad, who was probably during the marriage and after the marriage very sad that it couldn't work out between he and his mom. So he's seeing all these things, right? These promises being broken. You see his mom and dad are fighting. It's love one day, but it's bad. It's chaos and fighting the next day. And he's seeing what he sees as love, or what's supposed to be love, is dysfunctional, right? And I thought he did a really good job lyrically of just taking you through that process as a kid, especially a young kid, seeing all these things sort of come crashing down, your family sort of completely changing. It can have an effect on you as a kid. So I thought he did a good job with that lyrically. But then he says at the end, man, like he's trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure out what this trauma, what his baggage is, so that way he doesn't pass that same trauma to his kid, right? He said, ready or not, I got to do it for my child. But if I ever fall short, I guess I'll never wonder why. If he ever falls short, he'll never wonder why he couldn't do it for his child, because I guess he's at the point now, maybe he's in therapy where he's realizing that maybe the sort of disintegration of his mom and dad's marriage is really a source for a lot of what he is and who he is and who he's become as it relates to love. Dope though. Let's keep it rocking.
But fall short, I guess I'll never wonder why, cause who am I? Came up from broken marriages, inherited damages. My mom and my dad had a hand in this. Not a woman that's chopping my bread, and the woman that's cutting my sandwiches. Other women, I had that shit, but I had to be seen with the baddest bitch. Don't know how to let go of my baggage, I don't even know what my baggage is. I ain't happy, I'm hazardous. I ain't caring, I'm cancerous. Detrimental my practices. I got changes to make and let them die. I'm afraid to love, I'm terrified. I got problems I have to identify. Sing.
Growing marriages, we have miscarriages, do we even know who we are?
Yeah.
Bunch of savages is who we are. We don't even know who we are.
Sing.
Growing marriages, we have miscarriages, do we even know who we are?
Nah.
Bunch of savages is who we
Shit.
are.
I got good traits from my father, but I got a couple bad ones too. Unconditional love and uncontrollable anger too. It's like I don't have no clue the damage that my hands could do. I raise hell when I'm mad at me. Imagine if I get mad at you. Let's say you were in my
He said, I got good traits from my father. I got a couple bad ones too. Unconditional love and uncontrollable anger too. So I love how he played both sides, right? Because I can understand his parents listening to this and saying, damn, like, was it ever good for you? Did you take anything positive from us being together? Was it all just bad times? So at least he's acknowledging, like, his dad gave him unconditional love, but he also gave him some, he also witnessed his dad being angry, yelling at his mom, or having anger issues. So he inherited that as well. So I love how he played both sides. It's not all negative, but I got to acknowledge the bad, right? So yeah, dope. And then he said, it's like I don't even have a clue the damage that my hands could do. I'll raise hell when I'm mad at me. So imagine when I'm mad at you. When I'm mad at myself, I cause havoc. So imagine what I would do to you. You know what I mean? If you ever cross me or whatever the case may be, right? So, yeah, I like that.
unconditional love and uncontrollable anger too. It's like I don't have no clue the damage that my hands could do. I raise hell when I'm mad at me. Imagine if I get mad at you. Let's say you were in my shoes, in between raised, right, and abused by the man who says he loves you. I bet you wouldn't want to love too. You wouldn't want to love either. Me the gut wanna leave her. The things he told me can't repeat them. Breed them, beat them.
Shout out Nasty C and the band, man. Yeah, they all crushed that. I thought that was a good song, man. He did his thing, man. I love the how he ended the last verse. You know what I mean? What did he say with his dad? Because I guess he said his dad You know, he showed him unconditional love. He showed him anger too, but but also he abused him, right? He was very, I don't know if it was a physical abuse or if it was just mental abuse that he was talking about with his pops. But he said in between raise right and abuse. So he raised him with certain principles, right, in order to be successful in life, but he also abused him in the process. You know what I'm saying? By the man who says he loves you, but I bet, then he continued on by saying, I bet you wouldn't want to love too. If you had to deal with that, right? Or you wouldn't know how to sort of receive love or give love when love looks like there's sort of two contrasting things that are happening. You love me, you raise me right, but at the same time you're abusing me. So how am I supposed to take that into relationships in my future when it comes to connecting to people, right? You got to start having these conversations with yourself or with a professional, right, to really understand what makes you tick. I think we all, as we age, man, we know what our flaws are. We know what we struggle with, right? And we have to get down to the bottom of it. It is almost always related back to your childhood, how you were raised, So I love that he at least gave his father some credit with raising him right, and giving him strong principles. That's helped Nasty C in his life, but he's also got to be critical of his dad too. You got to play both sides. But it begs the question that, is it worse to see a marriage, to see your mom and your dad together in an actual marriage and grow up in a household with some love versus not growing up in a household with a man at all, or with a father figure at all, and what that can do to a young kid? Because he at least got some benefit from his dad being in his life, even if it was in sort of a tumultuous sort of situation with his mom. So it makes you confused a little bit about love, but hey, the alternative is that motherfucker ain't in your life at all. And then you out here fending for yourself and you don't have those principles that he instilled in you to have some success. Yeah, man, great song from Nasty C, man. I don't know if that's playlist for me. It's a song about broken, but I do appreciate it. And I think I love seeing this side of Nasty C. I've seen the slick talk Nasty C. I've seen him pop his shit. But I loved, even with Prosper and Peace, I think this whole album to me was more of an introspective deep dive into what makes him tick, it sounds like. So I love that. But Prosper and Peace is still my shit, though. I love that song. But dude, great song from him. Give me more, man, from Nasty C, man. It's going to be a healthy helping of South African rappers on this channel, man. I just love that scene and what y'all doing out there. So give me more to react to. DM me, though. DM me. That's the best way to get to me, man. Shoot me, hit me in the DMs on my Rhyme Rate Instagram. That's the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you have subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. This is Rhyme Rate. I'm out.